If you stick your nose in a glass of white wine and you get like punched in the face with jalapeno and green pepper, you know it's Sauvignon Blanc. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Libations Academy. Today we are continuing our Wine 101 series with Sauvignon Blanc. If this is your first time meeting me and you like wine and you want to learn how to incorporate it into your lifestyle, hit that subscribe button because that's what this channel is all about. Now, Sauvignon Blanc, let me preface this by saying you are totally welcome to say Sauvignon Blanc with the C on the end. The French way of saying it is Sauvignon Blanc, but here in America, totally acceptable to say Sauvignon Blanc with a C. So Sauvignon Blanc always takes me to the pool. This is my pool wine. I tell people, yeah, if I'm going to the pool, I'm bringing a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc with me because this wine is the epitome of being light, crisp, and refreshing. It makes you think of warm weather and summertime, and it's just my favorite drink to have when it's, quite warm outside. Sauvignon Blanc gets this crisp and refreshing profile because, first of all, it's usually made in a dry style, meaning that there's no sweetness in it, and it's got really, really high acidity usually. So it makes you salivate. It's kind of that sour feeling, and it really just, it adds that refreshing aspect to the wine. And Sauvignon Blanc is also very, very aromatic. You stick your nose in a glass of Sauvignon Blanc and you know it's Sauv Blanc because you get those jalapeno or green bell pepper notes. You'll get like really, really unripe green apple or like lemon zest or lime zest or grapefruit. All of these unripe characteristics that I happen to absolutely love in Sauvignon Blanc because it adds to that refreshing zippiness that I'm talking about. And depending on where the wine comes from, it can take on a very like herbaceous or grassy or kind of minerally note as well. Now let's talk about where Sauvignon Blanc comes from. Its hometown is France, just like many of the other grape varieties that we're talking about on this Wine 101 series. But within France, it's grown in two regions, namely Bordeaux and the Loire Valley. So in Bordeaux, it's been traditionally blended with other grape varieties like Semillon and Muscadel, which kind of gives it a rounder character. I love Sauvignon Blanc from the Loire Valley. In particular, there's two regions that are very famous for Sauvignon Blanc, which are Sancerre and Pouilly Fumé. And Sauvignon Blancs in the Loire Valley are going to take on that minerally character. Moving into the New World, I think the most famous country known for Sauvignon Blanc is New Zealand. Now, New Zealand has a really cold climate, which Sauvignon Blanc loves. So the wines from here are going to be really like tart and super mega raging, acidic, and like really just powerful and intense. When you smell that green pepper jalapeno character, that is iconic of New Zealand. If we move into California, these wines are usually a little bit riper because California is warmer. So instead of all of that really unripe, citrus zest and pineapple, you're gonna move into more of like a riper lemon lime pineapple character. Also still having that green pepper note, but usually it's a little bit toned down. So if you like richer, riper styles of wine, I would definitely stay in California for Sauv Blanc. Now, I usually prefer Sauvignon Blanc from Chile because it's a nice hybrid between the intensity of New Zealand and the roundness of California. It's just a really nice in-betweener. And usually Chilean wines are a little bit easier on your pocketbook. Do I ever say pocketbook? I never say pocketbook, but they're usually a higher value, so I'm not usually trying to spend a whole bunch of money on Sauvignon Blanc, so if I'm just looking for a wine to take to the pool, I take a wine from Chile. Now moving into food pairings with Sauvignon Blanc, I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't drink Sauvignon Blanc a lot, and I never really think of it to pair with food, and I don't know if it's just because I don't eat a lot of food that would pair, or if I usually just crave beer when I'm having these kinds of foods. I don't know, but I think a fun pairing with Sauvignon Blanc would be salsa, and not like a super hot salsa, but just a salsa that has a lot of cilantro in it, just kind of herbal flavors, because it's going to meld very nicely with the herbal flavors going on in Sauv Blanc. You can also pair Sauvignon Blanc with lighter fish dishes, especially like halibut. Anything with a squeeze of lemon will be good, but just don't let the food overwhelm the Sauvignon Blanc because usually these wines are very light in style, so you don't want a dish to overwhelm it. Pretty much just think about any food that you want on a hot day that's crisp and refreshing and you want a wine that goes well with that. Bam. Let me know in the comments below which countries you tend to prefer for Sauvignon Blanc, or you can be like me and just prefer them all, because I do love them all. And if you want to keep learning your drink, make sure to check out all of the other videos in this Wine 101 series and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I will see you in the next video. Cheers.